Hello guys, welcome back to my channel. So today I'll be talking about the remove method in linked list. Okay, so remove method is a very simple method, uh, like remove node in a particular index, right? So let's draw the linked list. So 22, 24, 27, 28, 29. Now, if I want to remove this 28, so I have to pass the index as 0, 1, 2, 3. 4. So at the fourth position, if I want to remove the index, okay, like I have already talked about this get method in linked list, where I'll be passing the index and it will return us that particular node in this index position. So the same thing I'll be doing here, like for I equals to 0, I less than index, and I plus plus. Okay, and again I'll be taking let temp equals to this dot head and temp equals to temp dot next. So for first iteration, it will give us 22, second 24, for third iteration 27, for fourth iteration 28, and the moment 0, 1, 2, 3. So 0, 1, 2, 3, the moment it becomes 4, it will come out of the loop and it will return us the node 28. Well, okay. Now I want to remove this node. I think this get concept is clear to you. Now let's proceed further. So now I have the node 28 by calling the get method. Now I want to remove this node. So what do we have to do? Again, make this diagram. (23, 24, 28, and this. So now I have this. As per the index 4, I am able to get this node from the linked list. The value is 28. Okay. Now I want to remove this. Now if I remove this, then what about these two link? Like 24 is also connected with 28 and the maybe 30. This node is also connected with 28. So what about the node which is previous to the current node and which is after the current node? So for this two line of logic we need to write. So one is like this is my temp. So temp dot prev. Okay. So temp dot prev is 24. Now this 24 has a next. This next is 28. Now I am removing this. So temp dot prev dot next is now becomes the node which is after the current node. That means temp dot next. If you understand this line, then this code is very much easier to understand. You are completely able to understand the remove method. That is, if temp dot prev, that means this 24 node which is previous to the temp node. Okay, and the next, what is the next of 24? This 28. Now I am removing this 28. So what will be the next of 24? That is the next of my current node, right? So I have written this line only. So temp dot prev dot next is now temp dot next. That's it. So I'm able to connect the next to this node. Now I have to connect the previous of this node to this node. I mean the node which is before the current node. For that same logic we'll do. Now what I will do? Temp dot next. So what is my temp? This is my temp, and the next of temp is this node. So temp dot next dot prev. That means the previous of this node, it was temp. Now I am removing temp. So this will be my previous, right? So what will be that? Temp dot prev. Same line which I have written for the next one, the same line I have repeated, only few note position I have changed by saying div. Okay. So now this way I'm able to remove the node, and now this node is completely getting removed. Instead of that, I have connected this 24 and this node. So this way remove method work in doubly linked list. So now let's see the code base. Function remove. Passing one index, then let temp equals to temp this dot head. Now for let I equals to 0 colon I less than index and I plus plus. Instead of that, we can also call the function in get, and we can pass the index, so it will return us the same value, the temp value. Okay, so now I'll be incrementing temp by saying temp equals to temp dot next. So now I have the temp value, I mean the value which I want to delete. Rather, you can say the node which I want to delete. So what we have to do now? So before deleting, we have to do like temp. The logic we have already seen in the diagram. Same thing, like temp dot prev dot next equals to temp dot next, and in the next line temp dot next dot prev equals to temp dot prev. So what we are doing? So the previous value of the temp value, so temp dot prev, and the next of that we are connecting with temp dot next. So the next value of the temp value. Similarly, temp dot next. Okay, temp dot next means this value, and the previous of that equals to temp dot prev. I mean the previous value of temp. The way we have understood in the diagram. Okay, and then the last, what we will do, we will be decrementing the length by 1 and return temp, or we can do only return. Okay, so we can do one thing, we can do a console log to check whether my data is getting removed or not. On that particular position, we will be doing temp dot value. It will show us the deleted value or the removed value. So let's see. Remove. Okay, so I have already placed one remove. So dll dot remove 2, and then if I want to run this, let's see, yeah, 89. So it is deleted from that list, and you see the length has also decrement by 1. So if I remove this line, I mean comment out this line, then if we check, then you can see that now the length is 8, and all node will be, you will be able to see, right? But the moment I comment out this line, you see I calling this function remove function by passing the index value or the position value as 2. Okay, and it is directly calling this function, and after that it is deleting that particular node. And what we are doing, that previous node of that particular, or previous node of that current node, I mean the deleted node. So temp dot prev dot next, so next of that previous node is equals to temp dot next. This way we are connecting the previous node of the deleted node and the next node of the deleted node. And now also one more key is left, that is previous one. So the next node of the deleted node, previous of that node equals to previous of the temp node. Okay, so this way we have connected the previous and the next. If you check the diagram, you that for your better understanding, you can check the diagram to see the code line by line. Okay, and also I'll be putting this all code in the GitHub link. Okay, so from there you can take a pull and check the code from the GitHub link, and I will put the link in the description box, like other videos I did. So this is a small method. You can do practice at home, so that you don't forget. This is a very little or small method. So in this video, till this only. In the next video, I'll be coming with some new functionality.